I was listening to this guy earlier, and he's an excellent lie detector. He was breaking down all the traits, you know, the tells and the micro shifts and the body language. I'm there for that. I'm obsessed with human behaviour. I find it fascinating. And I was nodding along, thinking, yeah, that makes sense. That's clever. That's really useful. And then he gave an example about his kids. He said that he asked them who spilt the milk, and they both denied it. And then he explained the strategy he used to get them to tell the truth, how he approached it, how he structured the question, and how he cornered the lie. And my body just went, ugh. And it's nothing to do with him being wrong about the technique. You know, he was right and the strategy works well. But suddenly I thought, why are we here? Why do we need a strategy to extract honesty from our own kids? If a child feels safe enough to make a mistake, the milk ain't the issue. The confession isn't the issue. The relationship is the issue. When a kid lies about something small, it's usually because there's something much bigger here. It tells you that somewhere in their nervous system, truth doesn't actually feel safe. Children don't lie because they are master manipulators. They lie because they're trying to protect connection. And if telling the truth risks disappointing you, or irritation, or withdrawal, even if it's just a subtle shift in tone, their system will choose attachment over honesty every time. And that's the bigger point here, isn't it? And it gets missed in all this content about spotting liars and spotting narcissists and spotting red flags. It's all rather impressive, and it gives you a sense of control, but it rarely asks the deeper question: why is honesty not safe in the first place? The same applies in adult relationships, because we become obsessed with detecting deception. You know, we learn the traits about the behaviours and the scripts, but we don't look at the relational field we're participating in. We don't ask what in us feels unsafe with imperfection and conflict and vulnerability. So technique without safety just becomes control dressed up as intelligence. If I were to refine this, I would say it like this. Lie detection can be useful. Understanding behaviour, of course, matters. But before you perfect the skill of catching someone out, ask yourself whether the people closest to you feel safe enough to get it wrong. If your kid spills milk and their first instinct is denial, the milk ain't the problem. The problem is that their body has learnt that mistakes threaten connection. That is a conversation worth having. And if you want to take it even further, apply it to yourself. Where do you still hide small truths because you fear rejection? Where do you perform competence because failure feels really dangerous? That's where the real self-inquiry begins.